Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick rant about a couple of adult children who destroyed my camp just because I was AFK'ing, which I found very amusing. It's kind of funny. I'm doing the Fasnacht event, and there's a lot of people. Yeah, not everybody needs to really participate too much, right? A lot of people go around and kill everything anyway with all these TSCs and stuff, right? But yeah, it's always amusing when people go out their way to try and do things to people at AFK, right? I mean, it's like, who cares, right? I mean, you AFK for whatever reason, you're busy, stepped away, whatever, right? And anyway, so they lured a whole bunch of super mutants. I was actually hiding. I'll show you where I was sitting earlier, but I couldn't actually see out. But I could hear them tossing grenades at where I was located. Actually, let me show you where I was. I was actually in this little room here. So I built this little room so I can AFK when I stepped away, right? So I was in this little room here, and it was kind of funny. When I came back, I'd actually gone out and went shopping and stuff, right? But I came back and I could hear them throwing grenades at this little room here, right? So I thought, okay, whatever. And then I heard super mutants, right? So I thought, yeah, for sure they've lured these super mutants just to kind of I guess the mistake I made I put an events team and it's a public team, so they could actually see where I was sitting, which is fine. I thought, maybe I shouldn't do that because, I could just hide there and they wouldn't even know that I was there, right? But, I thought, I could do them a favor, I have a camp here, they could, craft and fix their weapons and all that good stuff. It's kind of doing a bit of a service to the community, right? Yeah, right. And then I had these two jackasses, lobbing grenades, and they're not children. And the one had a picture. It was a female, and she must have been 20 or 30. I think, yeah, these guys are fixing up my camp here, right? Anyway, I was actually going to show you what they'd done. But anyway, they sort of destroyed the walls and stuff. They didn't do too much damage, but it's kind of funny that. They'd gone out of their way just to destroy my camp, and I've certainly had worse, right? I've had someone drop a nuke on both my camps. I've had two camps. I generally have two camps, one at each end of the Fasnacht parade, and I've had somebody drop a nuke, and I was AFKing at that point, and it completely obliterated both camps, right? Which was kind of annoying, right? But anyway, these guys lured these super mutants. I guess they brought them down from this I guess this little settlement up here, and they were giving each other thumbs up, and it was just so childish, and I was just shaking my head. It's like, really, like, you've got nothing better to do than come harass me and destroy my camp. So I had all these walls destroyed, and there's still some chairs and stuff here that have been destroyed. But anyway, I wanted to kind of show people, or specifically these people. And let me actually put their names on the screen here quick. I took a picture of their handles. Yeah. So these two individuals, and the one was, like I said, was a female. Green 1452 and she must have been 20, 25, 30 maybe. I don't know. She was definitely not a child. And I guess the other guy, this ripping Gixxer, again, probably the male version of her, luring these super mutants, and the green, this female, kept on dying, which was kind of funny. I kept on seeing her going down because he had lured these super mutants and then kept on dying because of them, which is kind of funny, right? That they'd gone out of their way. And they went on for at least 10 minutes, right? They were doing this. I mean, I was waiting. I think they were trying to get me to leave the Fasnacht before it ended, and maybe they knew that I knew that they would destroy my camp, and I would quickly panic and leave. But anyway, I refused to actually leave, and I made sure that I waited till the end of the Fasnacht and got the rewards right before I did actually leave. But anyway, I thought it was kind of childish. And anyway, the point I was trying to make is wanted to, before these guys only just fixed a few things, but I wanted to just kind of show people how easy it was to actually repair a camp when people kind of do silly things like this, right? Especially if you got the contractor, and for those guys that aren't familiar with the contractor perk, it's just this guy, yeah, just makes everything like generally super cheap, 50% the cost of materials to repair. And let's go ahead and do that, and as you can see, a lot of crafting stations and chairs and stuff that got destroyed, right? So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. If those guys, you two are watching, I think you're very childish and immature, and because someone AFKs, who cares, guys? It doesn't really matter. I mean, I put these camps here to help everyone help everyone else out, so they can craft and stash their stuff and things like that. And you guys actually joined the team. I mean, you're getting XP from me being part of the team, so being kind of silly and childish, and trying to destroy my camp just for the fun of it is just kind of hilarious, right? But anyway, I thought I'd mention that. Just people, and this is definitely not the first time I've done that. When I did this last year and I was AFKing, I'd either be sitting on top of the roof, or I would be sitting in one of these buildings, yeah, and people would come out. I'd come back and have people pounding on me, right, until I died. And even with pacifist mode on, if your health is low, they can still actually kill you. So quite a few times I'd come back and I was dead, right? It's just hilarious how people go out of their way to try and prevent you from trying to get the rewards just because you're AFK, even though there's like a ton of people at the event playing the game, right? There's people just can't handle the fact that somebody's getting a free reward on someone else's back there, right? So it's just kind of funny. Anyway, I thought I'd mention it, and the amusing part of it, and just how quick and easy and how cheap it is to actually fix a camp when this does happen, right? So, well, and these guys must have spent at least 10 minutes, probably longer, probably half an hour, just trying to get these super mutants lured down from the top, and then getting. I heard my missile turrets going off, so my suspicion is probably the missile turrets probably killed quite a few of them, and then they weren't doing as much damage, but they were kind of trying to do a thumbs up to kind of show me that that they destroyed a few walls and a few chairs and benches and stuff, right? But anyway, kudos to you guys, and I hope you had fun. I just shake my head and smirk and smile, all that effort for what, right? So anyway,